Hi everyone, the Lone Wolf here. Welcome back to some EVE Online and welcome to a first Providence experience. So I'm going to test something out. I'm going to test out some belt cleaning. Why do I start with belt cleaning? Honest belt cleaning. So I'm just going to use this Myrmidon, which I'm willing to lose, and just gonna go over the belts, trying to find some rats, trying to see if I can make some money that way. Why do I start with this? I feel it's very accessible, pretty cheap to do as well. A battle cruiser, probably even a Tech 3 destroyer could do some activity like this. And so for something that a new player would want, who would want to give nullsec a try, like somewhere here in Providence, that would be one of the easiest and cheapest activities to do and to try to make profitable. So I'm gonna see if it's doable. Maybe I get ganked, maybe I don't, we will see. There's actually quite a few people here in local, 25, but I did take a pretty busy system from the ULI Federation because of this. Look at that, there's more than 30 belts in here. We'll just take one at random. First, I'll warp off to a safe distance to see if there's any rats in there, but not drop on anything that would tackle me immediately. And then, yeah, just see if there's rats, do a quick bounce, kill them. Don't go for loot, salvage, any of that. It's about quick in and out, it's about mobility. And the fact that there are so many belts here will hopefully allow me to do this in a decently safe manner. So we'll see if it works out. Now, first of all, I have to say I did get a very warm welcome by a lot of people when I announced that we're going to give Providence a bit of a shot. So thank you very much for that. We have been invited to several systems. That's quite fun. There's also several people. Oops, and straight away there are rats. And that was like belt 3, including a battleship. So that's good. You know what? I'll just bounce off of my safe, and that was the asteroid belt number 3 right here. Then we'll do a warp within 0 and we'll try to kill them in short order. But yeah, we got a very warm welcome. We've been invited to several systems, and several people are willing to speak to us about the local alliances to get us in intel channels and all of that. Now, I really appreciate that. Absolutely a stunning response, but I also want to take my time here, and I don't want to get basically everything handed to me on a silver platter. Like, this is the optimal way to live in nullsec, to live in Providence. I want to check it out for myself a bit, earn it for myself, but of course there is a lot of tips that you gave me, work that I'll need to do and that I will do as time progresses here. You know, a very important one. Come on, let's get into that belt. A very important one, for instance, is just make safe spots, have warp-ins in all the systems that we're gonna actively use. You know, that's something that I still need to do. I have a lot of homework to do. Find what system is the best for what type of activity. You know, that could be quite different as well. Get access to the intel channels. That's a huge one. It's gonna be very handy if I'm able to do that. But for now, you know, let's just start as anyone that would stumble upon, oh, this is not Red Don't Shoot Providence. What can I do here? Let's check it out. Let's see how that works out. So here is the first attempt at some money making. We're gonna land right in the middle of all of these Sancha rats, or at least not too far off from them. So we'll just target, come on, go, go, go. The idea is to do this decently quickly. So we'll go like this. I'll take the opportunity to start on those battle cruisers. What's my optimal with this one here? 12 kilometers, we can probably use that. And yeah, just start going after them. They're actually firing at one of my ogres. Another thing, of course, keep an eye on D-scan, keep an eye on the local numbers, because what we want, you know what I'll do here? I'll do an orbit pretty close by on you, and we'll go after you next. Let's go like that. I do think that my Myrmidon is going to be somewhat PvP capable. So hopefully, if I do get dropped, I can at least put a little bit of a fight out. And I just lost one of my... Oh no, actually, I recalled the ogre. Thank God that he actually made it. So that's good. And yeah, let's see how this goes here. What's this one worth? Also almost 1 million. So this is what I do like. There's a lot of belts. There's bound to be rats available here, and a single battleship can be like a million ISK. That's not so bad. Will I be able to dive under the guns here with the burst of the micro overdrive? cap looks still somewhat okay, so let's do that. He's actually halfway killed. If I get close enough, I could also whip him for some more damage application. What I'm being surprised by here is how quickly they turn on my drones. So that's definitely quite a bit of damage coming in on my drones, which is somewhat annoying. But alright, once that battleship is down, we should be able to handle the rest without too much trouble. So we'll go like this, keep an eye on D-scan, local still at 25. That's looking quite okay. This is costing me quite some rep. Obviously, you may remember this Myrmidon. It's the Wormhole Myrmidon for C1 sites. I haven't really used it that much since my test, so I moved it close to Providence, and now here we go. We're actually doing a first test in Providence with the C1 Myrmidon, and the first few bounties are in. Got some salvage for you if you want it. Alright, that's all pretty good. We're gonna do a quick burst again to repair. Return to drone bay. Keep on the move. And just one quick bounce to the safe spots. I want to be safe, I want to be mobile, so yeah, let's go by the book, try and do this as safely as we can. But first, belt rats have just been cleaned up. Actually, it took me a longer time than I thought here, 6.5 minutes in, yeah, it took me quite a while to take care of those rats. So maybe something a little bit faster, a little bit stronger. Could be safer, of course. The lower the time you need to get rid of the belt rats, the better it's going to be for this type of activity. But that is done. I'm gonna bounce to the safe, then we'll just take another belt and yeah, get in on the cycle of how I see like a solo player without necessarily access to intel. I don't have it at the moment. I will work towards that, guys. I'll ask them. I'll get that ball rolling as well. But for now, yeah, let's just get the first experiences in. Let's just take belt number 6. Let's see if we can be lucky. Again, a warp in at 70. This is part of trying to do it safe. I do see like an oracle on D-scan. That could be dangerous because it could definitely like snipe me out quite quickly. Mobile warp disruptors, I think they are anchored around bosses. At least that's my expectation and my idea. As I've said, I've yet to make all the bookmarks, yet to really scout out all of the systems. But I've received a very, very warm welcome by some of the residents here in Providence. So yeah, really, really cool. And we're gonna try it, you know. Here I am spending some time in EVE Online in a nullsec system. You don't see that too often. Next belt, well, we've got a couple rats, nothing too special. What are they worth here? 80,000, 100,000. Well, look at that, that's almost 300,000. I mean, it's not super good, but considering local is once again at 25, I'm not seeing any signs of real problem. They'll burn towards me pretty quickly. You know what, let's just give this a go, accept the danger, and see if we can actually get that going. Infrareds on you. D-scan, local, my guys are on their way. Can they handle that? Well, I might want to go a little bit closer here once again. If they do target them again all of a sudden, that could be bad for them. And needing to recall them in case of like a PvP situation, definitely want to be a little bit close. So there we go. We'll actually just go straight into multi-frequency, get the high damage going. If I can web you, then I can approach another target. Yeah, that really does die pretty quickly. So there we go. You are next. I'll web you in the meantime. D-scan. Not seeing anything special. Local at 24. I think these are pretty much the things to keep an eye out for. And of course, intel channels, once you have access, make sure to keep an eye on that. I'll probably want to have like a bit of an overlay ready if I do make recordings with the intel channels on there. So, you know, that's also something that I'll have to keep in mind. People don't always like everyone to know maybe about ALS, stuff like that. So that's understandable. It's definitely something that I need to keep in mind. But again, a couple of belt rats cleaned. This is looking okay. We're just gonna take another random belt here. We're gonna take number 5 right there. I've got my 9 drones in. 1 quick repair. We're back on top. And yeah, here we go. Doing some belt cleaning for the Providence miners in K1Y 5H. Interesting. You know, if you're lucky, you find a few battleships close after one another. You get several million in bounties. Now, obviously, these hubs, these anomalies, will be quite a bit more profitable, quite a bit more efficient to run. But I don't think you can run them efficiently at all in like a solo battle cruiser or even a Tech 3 destroyer, which would be like 50 million or something like that. That's like peanuts. That's something you're willing to throw away, like I'm willing to throw away this Myrmidon doing this test right here. And so yeah, that's an empty belt. All right, we'll just go to the next one. Well, not the next one, you know, let's just grab again, skip one and go for this one. All of this is just in case there's a cloaky guy, in case there's someone stalking me. Keep it unpredictable, stay on the move, and that's actually going to make it that much harder for people to gank you, I think, I hope. And yeah, we're actually already 11 minutes in. Nothing too drastic has happened. We've made our first million in bounties from that as well. Let's see if we can just find another rat in here or not. That was belt number 7. Gotta keep that in mind. Yeah, it's nothing too special, but we'll jump on that, I think. So let's get in on the spots, then we'll get right back here, kill those guys. Well, 200,000 for like a cruiser hull. That's not that bad. And then we've got a couple of destroyer hulls in here as well. At least that's the class that the icon is showing. So there are definitely belt rats available. The one thing that I'm noticing here now, against my expectation, I thought there would be like a battleship in every spawn of belt rats, and that doesn't seem to be the case. So that does mean that the expected efficiency from belt cleaning is not going to be very high. But as I've said, considering asteroid belt 7, I'll do a warp within 10, I think, from here because of all the big rocks there. But yeah, as I've said, the amount of investment you need to make for this activity is very low. And as basically a first scout, a first outing, a first easy activity to do in a null-6 system where it is considered not red, don't shoot, I think that should be okay.
Skill training completed.
And that's a more encryption methods level 2. I'm just doing some smaller skills here to actually get that ticking going once in a while. Should help me with producing and researching more related stuff. Could be useful here in Providence. So we land okay, 20 kilometers from them. I'm pretty happy with that. We'll get a move on it towards them, drop the 4 ogres that I can use here, and start targeting. Quickly blab these guys, and then yeah, we'll have been doing a bit of belt cleaning, so that one should die pretty quickly. There you go. And again, look at that, again going after my ogre, so that is something to keep in mind. A drone ship here will need return. We'll need a little bit of micromanagement as well. So we'll return this guy. We'll quickly try to burn here. 24 in local. This cannon, I'm not noticing anything too drastic just yet. Let's do an approach on the further one. See if we can maybe web you in the meantime. This won't be a problem, of course. Scan local at 24. Come on, lasers, show what you've got as well. There we go. Again, approach. A little bit of repping as well. And blap, he is down as well. Get my guys back, and then let's just warp back
warp drive
off
active.
Towards the safe spot. So we've not really seen any problems here. This is, as I've said, a very accessible activity for you to try in a ship that you're willing to lose. And it could just, you know, get the foot in the door for some nullsec activity. I would say that this is already like a successful first experiment. Obviously, I do want to do bigger things. I have a few battleships ready, which I'll definitely try the anomalies on. But I think I'd rather do that with a corp mate. This is something, belt cleaning, you can do that solo. You know exactly what you're risking and it's not that much. And if you're a little bit lucky with the battleship spawns, I think you could beat something like optimal mining in highsec with a machina, which is maybe 15 million an hour or something like that, without boosts. So yeah, for full for a fully solo activity out here, I think this is going to be a pretty good first experiment. And that's actually a crow that came in range from me on my safe spot. Pretty weird. But there you go. This is the very first part of the little toe that we're gonna dip in nullsec. I'm hoping to bring you guys lots of different stuff, a group activity with the corporation and maybe with the local guys as well. And hopefully it will all be fun. For now, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.